Welcome. I'm going to be playing some of the levels that I've made in Super Mario Maker. Last time I played through the, I guess, I don't know what else to call it, but the Brutal Yoshi series. This time I'm going to focus on a series of levels that all deal with rooms. I call them trial rooms. Lots of them involve P-switches, and some of these are some of my most difficult levels. So let's take a look. Not in the editor. I got them all bookmarked. So I've got 10 levels, starting with some of the earlier ones. These first two maybe aren't really rooms, but they seem to fit more into this group than any other group. Hey, don't Squidward. Hi, Adam. So we'll start with this, which is a pretty old level of mine. Clear rate's pretty nice compared to the others. Jumping Nightmare. Compared to the later levels, this could be called Jumping Inconvenience. Cool. Hey, Cheap Pop Man. So the worst part of this whole level is the first jump. So it's right at the beginning. You jump, and then as soon as you hit the arrow, you press left. It's magic. The rest you can all react to just fine. There's an arrow. If you press right at all, you get to live. I would yell about that in other levels, so... And this is the last room. There's not much to this one. Hey, Techie. Just a few easy jumps. Donut left if you really want to one-up. So there's the first one, sort of like this. It was partitioned into rooms, but it'll get more like that in the later ones. So that was clearly easy. So there's got to be a harder version of it. Of course. So how about an expert version? This is after at least checkpoints came in. But I left the first room identical. Because this jump is kind of stupid. I did move the arrows. Oh, I wasn't looking. There we go. Yeah, I still think I'm going to make that stream into videos. Longer playthroughs like that would probably be consumed well like that. At least I'm hitting this first room. I think this one's like 0.5%. I forgot to check. So we got a curve nicely there, but there's arrows, right? Again, if you don't move, you're gonna die. But now we got a power up for what I think is the hardest room in here. Lots of tight spike not manipulation, but maneuvering. This part is definitely the part I think you're gonna get hit on, where I expect people to lose the power-up. So everything else should be a lot more forgiving than that. And lean on stuff. Now I just need to curve around one last time. That's a pretty hard jump, though. Might be a little scared falling, but at least you get a checkpoint right there. Here, I think if you go too fast, like those saws are kind of off-screen. If you're fast, then you can lean against the wall. Otherwise, well, you're probably going to get hit. Yeah, these last rooms are time... These rooms have been time-based. I must have forgot to put the mid-air and Kaizo blocks into these. I'm still an early Mario Maker level designer. If you fall, you actually can try one more time to get through there. I kind of wish I'd shown that. But I'd already landed on the platform, so I don't think it would have respawned. But the coins led down to another one that went all the way back up, and you could jump again onto that coaster. Still seemed easy, right? 0.39. The second room is fairly hard without the feel of it. But these levels have been around a long time so far, so there's been quite a lot of plays on them. This I like to say is my first favorite level. Again, we're talking really old now. My second account has the world record, which is sad, because my old Wii U started overheating, and while I figured I'd try to play Mario Maker on it one day, and I put another profile on it, and I just played through my levels once. Well, I got the record. What can I say? Please someone take it. I wasn't trying to go fast. So here you kind of need to know where to go, but, I mean, if you just explore around, you'll figure out where you need to go. Everyone seems to go to the right here, and then just get, like, blank stairs, so let me just do it. If you go this way, you get to these spikes, and you could hit this and go, I shouldn't run through that. I mean, most people do, but you see the star, and you need the star to go forward. So the star looks like you have to go down there to get it. It should look that way anyway. If you don't grab another switch, you'll regret it. So we just head down here and hit that. Hit this block. That'll let the star out. I made this weavy like this so that when I remember testing it that if I ran full speed, the bomb would still blow it up to avoid there being a soft lock. At least that's why it's like that. Alright, now we need another P-switch. This first part is a little... maybe has a little more back and forth than it needs. Got them both, we can run through. If you hit the P-switch late, then you can take this way, which is the fast way. But if you go down the pipe, you'll just end up in another room where you get another star and have to climb out. Either way, you should get to the checkpoint. I mean, hopefully. Alright, this part is what really kills most people. But you can stand all the way back here and do it. Blow up that wall. I expected people to stand here and throw it against the wall. Hi, CK. Okay, that's a power-up. I'm full as it is. Alright, this star, if you go after it, you'll end up down here, which is the wrong way to go. I want to show that this loops back around. Oops. But the bomb wall is still open. So you can just run through like a crazy person. But you gotta try to catch that. If you just wait here, as soon as you see it, you can grab it. Just don't jump down. By myself. Okay. You can just hit that, but hopefully you see which way to go. If you run through here without the spring, you might be stuck here for a bit. And the reason I did this was because I wanted the P-switch to run out without just, like, strictly gaining it. There's also a block here, though. Okay, this next room. I mean, every room you need a switch and a star. if that isn't clear yet. Alright, here we gotta climb up here fast. Which I was fast. But if you're not fast, then you'll go in this pipe, which will reset you. I just want to show. I think yeah, the pipe that has coins actually goes forward. Otherwise, this pipe will take you back. So you can do the room again. I just want to see. Yeah. No one has ever went in this pipe. But it actually skips something. Hell, it actually skips a checkpoint. Which is hilarious. Oh yeah, there's no P-switch in the section here. Not yet. Okay. So there's a bunch of ways you could go. I put a P-switch up here. If you go down here, you can get another star. P-switch lets you run through. And if you went here fast, then you can go through this shortcut, otherwise you have to kind of go around. But there's another star back there too. I hit this against the wall, but you don't need it. You don't even need this switch. Just here. I don't think I've seen anybody go through that pipe, though. I Dread God's Hand. You heard they're making another PlayStation console? Why would they do that? So I might do it again to show the other way. Because it's funny. I wanted to take him out, but it just seemed easier to jump over him. Yeah, it still blew it up. Heh. You missed me. Well, I try to acknowledge people even when it isn't going slow. But it's certainly easier when it's going slow. No, I'm not taking submissions. These are just some of my own levels that I'm playing. So if you didn't go fast, also, there's this other way I didn't show. Wanted it to seem like the wrong way, but I made this one still actually go to the right place. The Switch would be stealing sales from them. You think that's a good reason to make another PlayStation console? I don't know how much they've even done with the current one. Everyone has trouble with this part. I gotta wait for one more donut left, that donut left to come back. The only really important one. I mean, this star is difficult to get. I swear pipe timing is different than it used to be. I made this so long ago. I mean, if you come in the door with the P-switch on, it's not like you're gonna dive through there. You need all the time you can get, basically. Okay, if I go the normal way. Then we get a checkpoint, but there's also this. The only room I've ever put a troll block. But if you just don't stand here like an idiot, then you should be able to get up here and not die. But you just hit a checkpoint too, even if you do. Okay, I'm gonna go without the P-switch this time. Then I think I've done, like, every variation of this. I've thought about making a harder version of this level a few times. Haven't done it yet. Yeah, it seems really dumb to make a PlayStation 5 to me. I mean, I've had no reason to get a PlayStation console since the first one. Myself, anyway. GG times 2. Alright. Actually, moving on. This level I made after the other one, but this one's definitely easier. There was a level I found in Super Expert that had an idea that you went into one room, you grabbed a P-switch, and you brought it out, and it advanced you, but then you kept doing that same room over and over and over. But you could try to get as far as you could with each new switch to go through a wall that kind of curved around. So I kind of used that idea here, in that you go into a room and you get a P-switch and you bring it back out, but if you're fast, you might skip the next one. But I'm just going to do them all. This is actually really easy, and this probably is one of the more complex rooms in here, sadly. Usually I can just run over that. So the P-switch is on, and then you can run through here. If you're fast, keep going. I did figure people would skip every other one, so I made the ones that I thought would be skipped really easy. Hi, Mohammed. So I figured after the first one you would just end up here. Gotta take it with you for maximum distance. Although this one's a little harder to speed through. Unless you take a hit. Which, fine. But we'll go down here anyway. There's literally no danger in this room. I think there's a hidden block here. Because patterns. There's another power-up in here anyway. Just hit it. But if you weren't quick... Yeah, this was before checkpoints or progressive power-ups, so they're all mushrooms. We don't really need this, though. And then this is the last room. Oops. If you don't watch carefully, you can get sucked in. That last square, the fire bars all go in on each other. But not too much to that. I kind of wish I'd done more with it, because I still really like the idea of it now. Okay. Here's a pretty old one. I ended up remaking this level because there was a potential soft lock in it in trial number 7? And I made that room awful, actually, after trying to fix it. But otherwise, there's basically just 10 challenges here. You can actually do this 3 different ways. You can actually jump over it. But you can also just not use the P-switch. How about that? I don't care which way you do it. You can go over or under the boo circle. Little ice might be a little hard to grab that. Okay, here there's a wall. Just gotta wait for the switch to run out. Or throw a Koopa shell. We gotta be ready to go over. Just spin jumping. Okay, you can use the shells to kill the piranhas. Or just, you know, not. Okay. Fire flowers, pretty important for this one. If you go through this fast, oops, a whole bunch of spinies come out, and it can be really hard to dodge stuff. So if you don't want a whole bunch of stuff on the screen, then take it slower. But you also get 2 hits to soak. Okay, here's number 7. You can actually bring the P-switch from the beginning, and it makes this room easier. Neo Kid Raid. Hey Yasmin, hey Chris Lowe. So there's stuff in like all of these blocks. Some good, some bad. All the coins indicate where the Podobos are. He should actually fall eventually. There are some power-ups. Hi, Epic Potato Chip. How you doing, Kenny? Thanks for the raid. Were you doing some Mario Maker? Were you doing some Mario Kart? I know you do mostly those two, I think. I think. Another power-up, we can leave that. So if we... There's donut lifts here, so if we break that open, we get this spring. And we can use that to break the other ones open. The floor makes this room pretty tricky. That one's a bad one. You can also wall jump and do it, but this is what I intended. Well, crap. Come here, Blooper. I actually would like to use you. So the P-switch is in the first one. This room is just way more complicated than all of the others. There's just no good reason for it. Oh, you were playing Breath of the Wild? Nice. I've been going back to that too. I haven't done the Trial of the Sword though. So finally get this P-switch all the way through here and you get a checkpoint. And we can finally move on. That one's just way more ridiculous than it needs to be. Here's something also not in many levels. The laughing sound effect. I was young, okay? Alright, number 9. Now we get a little propeller thing. Just pretty simple. It does give you a coin. That is pretty exciting. If you miss that, there's blocks over there so you can land safely. Here we are at number 10, which could be a back and forth of getting a P-switch and making your way through, but you can break your way through if you're cautious. And do it with just one. You might be able to do it with just none. Yeah, I do have a Switch. I've been playing Breath of the Wild on that, and, well, other things, of course. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and what. Still waiting for a lot more to come out on it that I can't get on other systems. So there's that. That room number 7 is just... That's the whole reason why the clear rate is what it is. That was a hard trial. Is that sarcasm? The last one can be... Yeah. That at least fits how hard the rest of them in the level are. Number 7 is just stupid hard in comparison. Now we have something a little harder. 10 P-switch trials. This is gotta be by far my favorite of all of these. And it's a pretty old level, too. I can't say I love ARMS. I don't think I would play it very long. Alright, so all of these are about a room involving a P-switch. So here we're doing wall jumps, kind of similarly to the first trial of the last one. But you actually have to do them for one. You're that bad. Yeah, number 7's the only really hard one in that, though. I made this back in the days where everyone was scared to use springs. Horizontal springs. The one up here. That's important, right? But you can use the first switch and get over here. There are checkpoints, but not until after this one. So we got forced movement all the way to the right and back to the left. You don't need to pick that up. It's kind of habit. Few tight jumps. We get a checkpoint now. We gotta break through the wall. I figured I'd use the mushroom of the checkpoint and make it important. You can stay where the coin is so you won't fall down. You can be slow with it. This room was also taken from another level. Kind of inspired this whole stage, actually. Here we're freeing bombs so we can get through. That's a little tricky. Yeah, no viewer levels today, Matthew. 6. So we're kind of doing the enemy jump thing by itself. People have really complained about that hammer, bro. Like, really, really. I put that down there so if you fell down, you could get up here. I don't know. I don't think I've seen anybody use it. Alright, now we're at the last group, which probably is the hardest. People hate clouds, so I seem to have a lot of trouble with this one that I've seen. 8, it's just some spin jumping, but the thing about this is if you do full height spin jumps, you won't make it. You need to do kind of medium height spin jumps. Number 9. Technically the hardest one, which was supposed to sort of put all of them together. It doesn't really, but it puts some of them together. This is a longer one. Little jumping, now some wall jumping. You gotta go up where the arrow is, which I'm really sucking at. For whatever reason, I haven't had much trouble with that in the past. Now we don't get the power up. Okay, try number 9 again. It's funny, the block stayed as a block as it was getting crunched even though the P-switch timer had run out. Alright, now it won't break the block, so you can just twirl after it and go up easy. You don't have to do a P-switch jump there. Now we have some kind of tricky spin jumps, but just like a couple. Now the P-switch timer is running here, but it's not actually running, it just sounds like it's running. So number 10, you hear the timer stopping, so it kind of freaks you out a little bit, but there's more time than it sounds. That's it for that, but that's probably my favorite level of all of these. As far as ARMS, yeah, I've played the test. I did play the test punch on a couple of the sessions, and it was more fun than I thought it was going to be, but I don't think it would hold my attention for longer than like a week. Hey, it suggests I play one of my levels, but I've already done that on one of these. So that's about 0.5%. So I started trying to make an expert version of that level, but I ended up only making one. So all the stuff you see on the screen to the right is garbage. Hopefully it's the game audio, if it's echoing. Yeah, I'm not big into fighting games, Dread God's Hand. Anyone who is big into fighting games, I definitely see why you would like it a lot. I do like that it's pretty gimmicky. That helped me like it. All the other modes, like volleyball, I liked. Alright, so this is only actually one thing. And this one room is under 1%. Oops. I hate when the twirl doesn't work. Ugh. So we need to grab that POW block. Hey, a dead fly. So you see the muncher there. The other pipe leads to a reset, which is at the top of this part. Leads you here. Crap. Ugh. You need the P-switch to be on to hug that wall on the way down. Unless if you keep the mushroom, or you can jump between the spikes. Whichever of that works for you. Ah, the twirl not working kills me so much. I thought I was running off of it and twirling. I didn't spin jump. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to Nintendo's E3. Is that sad? I mean, I watched some of it, for sure. It's probably better if you want to ask me about any specific game. Ugh. I mean, I haven't played this in so long. Okay. There we go. Oh hell, let's show you the reset. I'm pretty sure you can't, like, go somewhere else. I don't remember which pipe I went in. Yeah. Yeah, Samus Returns looks really good to me. I hate that it's on the 3DS. I really hate it. Hey, another power-up. Aren't I nice? Why is there a power-up? Well, I'm sure there's some way to do it. I wish Samus Returns was on the Switch. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4. I never beat any of the Metroid Prime games, so I'm planning on trying to play Metroid Prime sometime before Prime 4 comes out. I love how I did this, and I'm like, you know, I didn't show the whole level, so I better play it twice. And then the rest is just a total frickin' skip. That one room, 0.88. Yeah, they're keeping the 3DS alive just because it's made them a lot of money. But the Switch should be totally replacing it. It doesn't make sense to me why they would try to keep both going. Alright, this one's a little different than the rest. This uses a checkpoint system, I guess you can call it a system. Having a bunch of rooms, but you get one checkpoint and you have to choose when you take it. It's just a checkpoint, it's not really a system. But this is based off of the Switch Palaces in Super Mario World, which was only 4 of, but then I made a room that fit into this style as a 5th one. So you get one power up. So let's do them in order. This is based off the yellow Switch Palace, but clearly a whole lot was added to it. But the main structure of the rooms was taken from those. It was all about running, so I tried to twirl. Well, we lost the power. That's fine. I'll probably get the checkpoint after number 3. Digital King. It's not early. Raid already happened. I sent this one to you already? Hey, Sarah. Welcome back. So here we got this shell we're gonna drop on the left, and we need to keep up with it as it goes to the right to hit a POW block. So I'm gonna wait for the boo circle to spin around. The timer is running out, but you really don't need to worry about it. There should be plenty of time. So I did that to wait for the big opening of the circle. Alright, number 3. Stream looks fine to me. Okay, we're gonna have to spin jump, so you have time to kind of look at hopefully what's happening here. But the trick is you have to get on it early, or it makes this room a lot harder. You just stare there and admire the egg. It works for me. The egg might hatch someday. Alright, number 4. Hi, Ahmed. Okay, more spin jumping. But this room might look a little bit more like one of the original Switch Palaces. The Spinies fell and there was a gray switch that you could turn them into coins with. Alright, and number 5, which is totally original. I don't know how well this conveys what to do, but I tried to make this part auto so you can see that the shell goes in through the bumper to hit that block. And then P-switch comes out of it, and you need to do that for the rest of the room. Is to get a shell and hit the block with it. Alright, we're good. Unless you run really fast and dive into the wall. No, this is not viewer levels on Med. I'm showcasing some of mine. Some people have asked me to do that before, so it's only the second stream like that I've done. Alright, I got 2 more. So this is a semi-joke level, actually. And then we got the really hard one. See if I can, like, even do this. I remember this first room being actually really hard. It wasn't hard to me at the time I made it, but because you gotta get out of here. There we go. I have on another stream before, Ahmed. Oh, he goes all the way. That is kind of crappy. Alright. It's best to be on the sides all the way. You only really have to worry about one of the boo circle rings. It's pretty hard to get out of there without damage. Wow. Okay. Break it down. Sadly, this one doesn't have a power-up. As soon as you hit this, you might be terrified. But there's a star. It'll come to you. And you do need a key. But you're probably pretty happy to kill all these at this moment. Like, let's kill them 40 times. That's it. Yeah, there's a couple spots that hits feel maybe a little unfair, but I don't know. It's something I made quickly just to be fun. And then 3 deadly trials. So I guess this could technically be considered the expert version of that other one. But it's a lot less fun than that one. Let's hope this goes well. So each of these 3 are about doing a room twice. Here we're going to go to the right. We're going to get a P-switch. We need to come back quickly and get into that P-warp door. If we're slow, we can go into the other door, and it's less good. Hey, Mike. If you go fast on this level 2, you can kind of get through these grinders without timing it. Yeah, the impossible intro. It is in my core spot. So you can kind of just hop through there. Oops, that was great. You can actually go over, if you prefer. I'm gonna have to get the feel for this one. Okay, we need this to go down a little bit. And then actually jump. That was just made for me to put something on the intro of a video. Level was not meant to mean anything. I think some people let these fall throughout the other parts. Okay, it's best to wait here, which I hate isn't obvious to let that donut lift come back. I think here I normally do this without stopping. Okay. Oh, almost did it. Hug the wall and then curve. This one's definitely nasty, and it's the hardest one for me to do. The third one might give me some trouble too, though. Yeah, it's best to not stop. But getting back is kind of nerve-wracking. Especially because of these grinders, which does suck a little bit, that it can feel like RNG if they're in your way or not. Obviously, how they move is not RNG, but you're not going to time them from afar, so it might as well be. Yeah, the sponsor button was just a couple days ago. Okay, let's go. Nice. Alright, if you get over here fast, then you get a checkpoint. But if you don't, you get to move on, but you don't get the checkpoint. Crap, I just wasted that. Well, that's a shame. I'm gonna get hit on purpose. Okay. So here we got some bombs. Oops. Yeah, the sponsor button is pretty exciting. So you can... Oh, you can actually get the bomb in there from here. Now you can make it your way through. Oh, that was terrible. Then we're gonna come back through a second time with the switch on. Yeah, even these levels I put power-ups in because I don't really like the idea of having a super long level that you have to do exactly perfectly. Darn spikes. I mean, I've done every part of the level without getting hit because otherwise I'll change it. But I also don't like having levels that just are complete pains to upload. I'd rather have levels that people beat, even if And, I mean, these still... people don't really clear very often. Okay, at least you can take... you don't have to do the bomb again. Oh, no. No checkpoint. You can actually cheese the second room and get an extra P-switch, and if I had, then, well, I would have had the checkpoint. So here is always a fire flower, but you have to do this section twice with just this. So the switch in these just make it easier to get through, but not necessary. Like, you still can have a block to hug the wall with. Here you need the speed. Okay. Those scary horizontal springs. Okay, that jump is probably the hardest with that spring at the end. So now we gotta loop back and do it one more time to actually get through the pipe. It's actually harder to make the jump as Small Mario. Now, you thought it was 3 trials, but then you end up in this room, which is just, hopefully, just going to scare you a little bit, but it's really easy to make it to the end. Alright, that didn't take quite as long as I thought it might. Because, yeah, the first room is definitely the hardest. The third room is pretty hard, but I tried to take every jump very deliberately. You just have to play the level like that. The P-switch kind of tricks you, I guess, to make you think you need to go faster than you do. But hopefully you realize that as you're practicing it. So yeah, there's only 9 clears on this. D7 probably did it twice. I think I sent that quite a few times to Jacob. I would not send this level to a streamer, like, basically ever, but Jacob's played most of everything I have. But he's cleared this one too. Alright, well that's 10 levels all based off of trials. You gonna try that tomorrow? Cool. But yeah, the first room can be pretty painful. But hey, there's checkpoints. See, I was just thinking if there's like one more level or something. But this can work too. Short stream that maybe some people might want to see some of these levels, so it'll make a good video archive. Well, that's all I had planned. I probably should have played the Star Fox levels, because there's probably more than 10 of those. But I'll do more of these showing some of my other levels. And I do want to do some videos of creators that I'd like to play some of their levels from. I like to mix it up a lot. We do viewer levels, we do super expert, we do new arrivals, we do certain people's levels. All sorts of stuff. As far as a stream tomorrow, I'm not sure. But I'll probably be playing Breath of the Wild Master Mode. We finished also playing Contact. Which I might be editing into videos. But probably have to start a new playthrough sometime soon, too. Alright. That'll do it for now. Let me look to see you streaming and go do a little raid. I have this person on my list, and I don't remember. Oh, well, this is good timing. All right, let's raid someone who actually sponsored the channel because, well, why not? Because I've never raided him too, and he's playing Final Fantasy VI. So if you like Final Fantasy VI, or if you don't like it, I don't care. Go and raid anyway. It's Clockwork Dork. He's doing Doma Castle in the World of Ruin, I believe. So let's go check it out. Just give him a nice thank you for being a sponsor. All right. Everyone have a good night. I'll see you next time.